Dr. Mike Israetel is a big name in the fitness world. In fact, I believe he is probably the #1 influencer in the fitness space in the entire world at the time of making this video. His influence extends far beyond just the gym floor, but you're going to see why that doesn't matter very shortly. He has a PhD in sport physiology, which gives him a deep understanding of the science behind effective training. But in this video, I am going to be explaining to you in detail about how he is wrong about his training and his training approach. By the end of this video, you are going to understand why his logic is flawed when it comes to his programs and the execution of not only his training, but his career. Dr. Mike is known for his smart training programs that are both innovative and backed by scientific research. People respect his knowledge and experience, often seeking his advice on how to optimize their workouts. He's definitely made a big impact on how people train, introducing new methods and techniques that have become widely adopted. Dr. Mike has a strong online presence, reaching a global audience through his digital platforms. He shares his expertise through videos and articles, making complex fitness concepts accessible to everyone. He's written papers and created programs that have helped countless individuals transform their lives. He's helped a lot of people reach their fitness goals, providing them with the tools and knowledge they need to succeed. I'm telling you all of this so that you know in advance that I understand that he is quite literally a genius. I want you to know that there is no taking away all of his knowledge and hard work, but there still is one huge flaw that is staring everyone in the face, including him, but no one sees it. It's clear he's passionate about fitness, and his enthusiasm is contagious. His dedication has earned him a loyal following, with many people looking up to him as a mentor and inspiration. Whether it's through his in-person events or his online content, Dr. Mike continues to inspire and educate, making a lasting impact on the fitness community. Now we all know that in the world of fitness and bodybuilding, few topics ignite as much passion and division as the use of steroids. This debate has been ongoing for decades, with strong opinions on both sides. I'm going to tell you right now that I personally don't care. I'm a coach myself, and I've been training for 22 years. I personally use doctor-prescribed testosterone. I don't pass any judgments on anybody who wants to use whatever they want, as long as it's legal and responsible. Dr. Mike, as everyone knows, is open about his use of steroids. He has been candid in interviews and on social media, sharing his experiences and the reasons behind his choice. Bravo to him. Very recently, in fact, he was taking extremely high, abusive doses of steroids in order to try to win the gold and his IFBB Pro card.
Every day that I'm on high doses, I wake up in the morning afraid of the rest of my day. Intrusive thoughts. I think about violence all the time. Well, if your testosterone is 25 times what it's supposed to be, what the hell do you think it's going to make you think about? Another one is a marked proximate reduction of IQ. Like right now, as I talk to you, I'm on contest prep. I'm on a considerable dose of anabolics. I'm not as smart right now, and I can feel it. It's this fog, an inability to perceive a broad spectrum of positive human emotion. I live in a really beautiful area in Michigan, and I walk out, and there's this pond and these trees, and I know that I like looking at them, but it's a memory to me. I go work out every morning, and I look at the pond and the trees, and I'm like all I feel is rage and frustration and anger. That's my daily life.
Unfortunately, however, he was not able to achieve this prestigious award despite his irresponsible abuse of drugs. And here lies the entire point of the video. Remember, I don't care about whether he uses drugs or not. That's not the point of this video at all. Some people support his choice and argue that steroids are just one tool among many that athletes can use to reach their goals. Others disagree and worry that his use of steroids sets a dangerous precedent. It's a complex issue with strong opinions on both sides. My argument, however, centers around the effectiveness of his methods. He has openly said that the whole reason why he was pursuing his IFBB Pro card was to prove that his methods work.
The only reason I compete is to illustrate to people that marginally more than they would otherwise believe, the methods that we espouse at Renaissance Periodization are effective.
To prove that RP's methods stand out amongst an entire industry of people who are saying that their methods are the best. Think about that for a moment. He was literally quoted telling us that this is why he wanted his IFBB Pro card. Now couple that with the fact that he just blew his shot at an IFBB Pro card. He blew his shot at the gold even on the insanely abusive dosages of steroids that he was using. What does that tell us about the methods that he was trying to prove in the first place? Now, am I saying that his methods don't work and that nobody should be his client? Am I saying that he is a quack with no knowledge or experience in the sport? Absolutely not. However, what I am saying is that if he wants to prove that his methods work, he should be proving them while natural or while teaching people who are natural. And those people should be on camera so that we can see the genuine progression of a natural body that is being put through Dr. Mike's training methods. What is it proving about his training if the people who he is training are already abusing drugs in order to achieve their success? Now, don't get me wrong. I know for a fact that the only way someone is going to be getting an IFBB Pro card is if they are abusing steroids. This is not negotiable at this point in time, but the fact remains that if he wants to prove that his methods work, being on steroids at the same time is not the way to go. And as you can see, even on steroids, his methods were not good enough to get him the gold. In the world of bodybuilding, the debate between natural and enhanced methods is a hot topic. It's a question that goes beyond just muscle size and strength. I'm not denying that steroids have a place. Now, of course, legality and health comes into play. But putting those two things aside, it must be acknowledged that without performance-enhancing drugs, people will stop progressing at some point. And if they want to continue to have their goals met or continue to make progress, they will have to abuse drugs. This is just a fact of life. So in this sense, I can totally understand their place. I'm not saying it's okay, and I'm not saying it's not okay. I'm just stating facts. But the reason that he is abusing drugs and trying to get his gold medal is so that he can show you that his methods work. But if his methods worked the way he claimed, wouldn't he have the gold? And how much more so should he have the gold with his training methods and all the anabolics that he is abusing? This calls into question a few different things. The first being that genetics are huge. The second being that even when you train improperly, you can still make gains. Third, when you train improperly, you'll still make huge gains if you're on gear. Just take a look at Derek, more plates, more dates. He's got the science game down, but he has no clue how to train.
So what next? What are you going to do next?
I would probably typically do like I don't even know if it's the official terminology, but like an Arnold row. Is that what it's called?
Like seated?
Yeah, something like that.
Seated
a cable row.
Row? Seated. God, this is...
No one calls it Arnold row.
Seated row.
Okay.
Yeah, machine. Oh, cable row. Do you do neutral grip or do you do...
Obviously, the drugs went a really long way with him. Now let's take a look at an example of how Dr. Mike should be training people for the public. Jeff Cavalier, you all have heard of him. Now whether he's natural or not, I have no clue. He claims to be natural, and I can see it going both ways. Somehow, he's able to stay shredded year-round and still train. It is what it is. I don't really care. My point is that his protege, Jesse, is natural. Jesse has been natural. Jesse's been training for something like 10 years with Jeff. Jeff showed us Jesse to show the world what real, natural, consistently hard training is and what it will get you in life. When you want to show somebody a realistic look at what hard work is going to give you, that's how you show people. You don't show people by abusing drugs and trying to get a prestigious award. You take the bottom of the barrel guy and put your methods to use on him to prove to the world how your training overcomes even the worst natural genetics. How can someone possibly tout their program as being amazing when they are literally training themselves and others who are on drugs? Again, I am not taking away anything from Dr. Mike. He is a true genius. He is greater than I will ever be in my life. But I have not seen one person point out this very obvious flaw in his mentality and methodology. It's important to remember that steroids don't do all the work. Even with them, you still need dedication, diet, and whatever else. You have to train hard and eat right. Steroids will amplify your efforts, help you to recover faster, and so on. That's all fine and dandy, but they don't replace the grind. Steroids are not a magical solution by any means. You can't just take steroids and get jacked with zero work. My point remains, though, that you can't say that your methods are the best while training people who are on drugs. Transparency is crucial in the fitness industry. People need to know what they're getting into. When experts are open about their methods, it builds trust. Dr. Mike is clearly very trustworthy. Trust allows individuals to make informed decisions. This is especially important when it comes to performance-enhancing drugs. Honesty fosters a more authentic connection, which is one of the things that makes Dr. Mike great. So let me know, am I crazy? Am I the only one out here making this connection? Is my personal logic flawed? Let me know. I have to know. I'm sick and tired of thinking about this over and over and trying to figure out what makes such an intelligent human being have this type of logic. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.